Hello everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore and our self-made druid. Whether you are new here or a familiar face, please enjoy the relaxing commentary of today's episode. And as always, I hope you are all doing well. And I thank you for joining me today. It means a lot. In the previous episode, we left the comforts of Shadowglen and entered both Dalinar and Narcissus for the first time, picking up our primary professions and completing the first round of quests as well. Today we'd like to continue with some general questing and a possible grind for linen cloth as we attempt to reach our first big progression milestone for our character. The expansion of our inventory is our top priority right now, so let's figure out where we can farm the most cloth possible. We'll start today by turning in the quest we completed from the previous episode, and then we'll go from there.
I am listening. Del Nadris.
Got a pretty decent chunk into level 8 with plenty of rested experience as well, so that should be exciting too. So originally I was planning on entering Fell Rock to the north, in the hopes that the demons there could drop linen, but upon doing some research, it looks like the cloth is pretty rare to come by with those enemies. So we'll have to get it from somewhere else. Cloth is also very rare in Starbreeze Village, to my surprise, at least from our experience so far. So we'll have to see how the Furlbog are to the west, as well as the Harpies in the north. We are most definitely not ready to enter the burrow. Towards the middle here to complete Relics of Awakening. So we'll try our luck on some of the gnarl pine that are outside, and we'll see how the drop rates for linen are. If they're bad, then we'll try out something else in the meantime. Probably should work on cooking a little bit as well, just so we can get some of these items out of our bag, so we could be killing some of the owls in the area as well for some eggs. And of course, if we end up skinning along the way, we'll have to make some stops in Narcissus to drop off our skins to use at a later date. So I'm surprised some of these are pretty low. I'm already seeing like a level 6 here. Some level 6s, that's nice, that's good. I am a little bit hopeful then. So we'll do a little bit of grinding here. We do actually need this for a quest at least, so that's good. And first kill, first linen. That bodes very well. Hopefully that wasn't just a fluke. And while we're doing this, let's just allow ourselves to enjoy the forests of Teldrassil. want to jinx myself, but so far we are doing fantastic with linen in this area. It's only been one at a time, not like 2 or 3 as some mobs can grant, even at lower levels, but we're going to take that if that continues. Remember, we do only need level 45 to make all of our 6-slot bags. And another scroll of protection as well. That is some seriously good luck there. We'll definitely hold on to that for the next episode. So far, we're doing great. This has not been too bad. We're up to 6 linen cloth now. We've definitely slowed down a little bit, but it's certainly better than the nothing we were getting before. Now we'll make our way towards the Barrow's Den. I don't think we'll go inside quite yet, but we are gaining experience very, very quickly with this rested experience. So we should hit level 9 in no time. We're definitely getting back to where we were in our previous life, a lot faster than we did before. We'll do a quick slash who here. We've got 41 people in Teldrassil around our level range. That's quite a lot. Which means we do need to be careful for and watch out for hyper spawns and whatnot. We'll see if anybody travels by the hollow here. We might get lucky if we find like a group or 1 or 2 solo players going in. Then we might be able to follow them. I'll feel a little bit more comfortable at level 9, and we should be hitting that shortly, and I do feel more comfortable with our food buff, at least for now, while we have it. And of course our extra armor that we're getting from these scrolls. And of course we have entangling roots now too. It would be nice to get this quest done a little bit earlier than expected. Probably avoid these shamans in the future. They're taking up a little bit too much of our mana since they can heal. We've already pushed it far enough, I'd say. I imagine every single gnarl pine that we'll meet within the hollow is going to be either 7, 8, or even level 9. So not something I'm super interested in taking on, especially in an enclosed space with only 1 exit. So we'll start heading back now. Hopefully we'll start seeing some respawns. Let's check our map for some additional quests. We could fill the tourmaline file. We've got a quest to the south as well that we can potentially pick up. I'm not sure what kind of level of enemies we're dealing with towards the south. I know towards the north we're dealing with more level 9s and 10s and whatnot and beyond. We don't see... Well, we'll start clearing out the gnarl pine that we took out before. And once we run out, I think we'll head south next and see what else we can complete. A scroll of spirit as well. We're getting very lucky with these scrolls. A little tankier, a little bit more efficient. with that, we have reached level 9, and we still have half a bar of rested experience left. That's great. Even though we won't be getting bear form at level 10, we'll still be picking up some useful upgrades, I think. Let's go ahead and turn this quest in that we just completed. You can see the huntresses padding by. And then I think we'll head south and try to take on a couple of those quests.
I am honored. Illume light your path.
So the quest to the north, I believe that's at Fell Rock. Yeah, Melenis. That's going to be a tough one. It's marked as only level 7, but we're going to have to carve our way through an entire cave system. I'm not too keen on doing that just yet. Alright, so we are going to head south. We're going to take on some of these Strigid Owls along the way. Definitely need to collect some more of those small eggs. I want to get to level 10 cooking so we can at the very least get this recipe for the Kaldori spider kebabs out of our bag. And you know, we're going to have to farm up some spiders too, so we can actually use that recipe. Because we're going to run out of food very shortly. Alright, we're now down by Lake Alameth. I'm gonna try to work our way around. already full on inventory, of course. There's a couple things we can definitely get rid of, though, to make room for this stuff that's definitely going to be worth a bit more copper. We got 2 small eggs from that one. It's pretty good. We are starting to see a lot of 7, 8s. I'm assuming even some 9s are going to be in this area, so we gotta start treading carefully. Let's not spend too much time here, especially when we can take on some of the lower level enemies for easier skins, easier eggs, easier spider legs. Don't want to be in a situation where we have to waste our one and only potion. Definitely want the spider legs. Let's see if we can pick up this strange fruited plant. We'll head north to fill up the file. And then we'll try to work our way back to the main road and back to Dalinar. Actually, we could use our Hearthstone from that point, I think would be a good idea. Then we'll go back to grinding some easier enemies. Some more birds in the area we can take on, but let's grab this strange fruited plant first. Pretty easy quest. Oh, but we do have to pick up a quest item with it. Something else that's going to clog up our space. I think we can get by with just those small eggs. I think we'll be okay, so let's head north. We can take on some spiders along the way since we still need the spider legs. Fill up that file and then we'll head back to Dalinar. Need some rest. We've arrived at the pools. Let's go ahead and fill this file up. We'll kill a couple more things here. Let's see if we can get one more egg. Then we'll head back to Dalinar. We get 2 on our last kill. Let's go ahead and delete these bracers. And let's use our Hearthstone. And then we'll try to use our cloth as well. We'll see what we can make with it. You know, it's probably just going to be the bolts though. I want to try to see if we can make as many bolts as possible and get as many skill ups from making bolts as possible. Because I feel like that's going to give us the best chance at getting level 45 at tailoring without using up as much cloth. Do we pick up the amethyst file now? Let's see where it's actually located, because it will be using an inventory spot. Yeah, it looks like that's way up north in kind of like the level 10 area. We'll hold on to it for now. We can always drop it if we need to. Let's go ahead and handle our cooking next.
Feel free to browse.
Good luck, friend.
It's a shame that the early buff food is so hard to come by in Night Elven lands, it seems like. The main ingredients they want you to get are small eggs and spider legs, but those are pretty difficult to get considering that there aren't too many quests that tend to have you kill spiders and or birds for the eggs or the legs. So it makes things a little bit more difficult. It's much easier to kill boar and wolves and whatnot. So we can make the Kaldori spider kebabs now. Now the nice thing that is good about these kebabs though is that it is a single ingredient, which I suppose you can't say about a lot of the other stuff. You usually have to buy, you know, spices, or there's a second ingredient perhaps. I still do think it's easier though if you're, let's say, a dwarf or a human. Let's just check our bags. Let's go ahead and make sure we can get rid of everything we possibly can.
Be careful.
I think we're okay. We've got a decent amount of buff food now to last us quite a bit. Let's turn in the glowing fruit to the south. Once we turn that in, we're going to be pretty dang close to level 10. And so I'm starting to think, because it's gonna take us quite a long time to collect this cloth, it seems like. I'm starting to think that we may want to shift our focus to collecting leather instead. Focus on gearing up a bit. Because from once we hit level 10, from that point forward, what we're really trying to do is get strong enough to survive the later quests here in Teldrassil, as well as the early quests in Darkshore. We're not going to be able to do that without gear, so we may have to shift our focus a little bit.
Hello. Illuminate your path.
All right, we have some decisions to make now. Our inventory seems pretty clear. We're going to need to level both tailoring and leatherworking. So what do we want to do first? Okay, let's handle this first. Maybe we have additional follow-up quest here from Denalin. Doesn't look like anything special there. Alright, well, we know we were getting linen cloth at a pretty decent rate on the gnarlpine ambushers and the shamans and whatnot. So perhaps we'll go back there first, do a little bit more grinding on them. Hopefully we'll have even more luck than we had before. And then we'll go from there. Maybe we'll take a few of them out. Maybe we'll try the harpies to the north. We'll just test the waters a little bit on the outskirts. I definitely want to stay close to the road as we're heading north. But maybe we can pick off some of the lower level harpies if they do exist. And maybe their rate at dropping cloth will be pretty good. I suppose a good idea here maybe would be to get level 10. I didn't realize how close we actually were. So we'll head over to the gnarlpine, we'll hit level 10. We'll get our upgrades. I know we're going to get an upgrade to Moonfire, so a little bit more damage. wait and see if this hunter has skinning or not. We're entering the hollow once again. I do see one ambusher here, but I do see a couple that are missing, so perhaps some other players have came through here. Another minor healing potion, that's wonderful. And lots of stuff to kill. I guess there really aren't a lot of players trying to do the hollow today. Or maybe not at all. Which is not a bad strategy. Perhaps it's one of the reasons why Night Elves are not as popular of a race as far as a leveling experience is concerned. There's a lot of danger. I have never seen this many scrolls in my life drop this quickly. I feel like we're getting an absurd amount of them. Certainly can't complain though. So I just wasted a severed voodoo claw there, but I wanted to press the button for science because something I noticed as our mana got really low was that the icon for the claw is grayed out, which is very interesting. I was like, do I need to use mana for this? I don't think so. As it turns out, it will use it regardless, despite the icon graying itself out. Not too much of a loss. I was willing to do that just to see what it would do. This item is nowhere near as powerful as the really sticky glue that you can get on the Horde side. Or even some of the stuff you can get from the human area. Here we go, we've got some hyper spawning here. Nothing too dangerous, luckily. And with that, we have reached level 10. Beautiful. And we get a talent point as well. So I think we're still going to go down the feral combat tree. I really was thinking about doing balance again. I took a second pass at that, a second thought. It's so tempting to pick up natural weapons and Omen of Clarity. But I do think we're going to go with Feral. I do think getting Feline Swiftness early is just going to be too helpful. And making our bear form strong is going to be nice as well. So unfortunately for a few levels, our talents aren't going to be... Our talent points aren't going to be utilized too well, but... The second we get bear form, will really start to come online. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and fight our way back out of the hollow. And head back to Dalinar so we can pick up those new abilities. Looks like we've got ourselves our first stack of cloth. Bags are going to start to get a little bit crowded, so it's going to be tough. I really want to hold on to as many bolts as I possibly can before we actually start using them. because I want to use up as many skill points as we can on the bolts. At the same time, we're taking up a lot of inventory space. Make sure we grab these easy skins before heading into Dalinar. And we'll pick up our Druid quest as well. Why not? Might not be a bad idea just to do the first part of it at the very least and get a little bit of extra experience. We'll get our teleport to Moonglade.
Be careful. Good luck.
You know, something I'm interested in is what is in Moonglade. I mean, Moonglade is a particularly low-level zone, I imagine. I wonder what's in, if there are creatures in it that would actually benefit us.
Can I assist you?
Pick our new abilities here. We've got Moonfire, we've got Mark of the Wild. This is a big one. We get +2 attributes to everything. That's super useful. New rank of Rejuvenation is just fine, nothing too special. But we will take anything that we can possibly get. New rank of Moonfire, great. Maybe we'll take on Felrock in the next episode. I feel a little bit more comfortable at level 10 taking on that cave. I think we stand a much better chance in there.
A Shah fell out.
Let's use up this final buff. We do have something in our inventory that can be turned in at Narcissus. We have a couple of quests to complete there with our class quest included. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff that we can do. Let's cap up the last few minutes here by working on some tailoring. We'll go inside the inn. Find a nice little spot to relax here. Let's open up our tailoring. Let's make those bolts. And we'll see if the bolts remain orange once we get past tailoring level 10. They do in fact stay orange. That's pretty huge. That means we gotta hold on to these for a bit longer. For sure. So we'll be dealing with our limited space for the time being. I think that is going to do it for me for today. This is a perfect stopping point. In the next one, I think we'll test the waters for Fell Rock. We'll see if it's doable. If the cave is filled with like level 5s and level 6s, I think that's completely manageable. I think we'll be totally fine on our own. If we do start to see like level 7s and whatnot, that's when I'm going to turn around and come back maybe when we're level 11. And then, yeah, we'll make a trip to Narcissus as well. We've got some quests to pick up and to turn in while we're there. Maybe we'll take a trip to Moonglade. We'll take care of the first half of our bear quest. Obviously, we'll hold on to the second half for quite a bit longer. And yeah, I think we're in good shape right now. As always, guys, I really appreciate you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.